Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 166 for the 5th of June, 2022. My name's Luke Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
Sup?
Sup?
We kind of missed last week because I had a prior arrangement and I couldn't get out of. But we're back. We're back. Sorry about that. Sorry we missed it, but we did make up for it. We had a wee chat on Tuesday when we talked about Club ObiWan.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have called it that. Damn it.
Can you change it? No.
I mean, I could, but...
There's so many people that watch it as well.
I know.
They'd get confused.
Yeah. So it's called Hello There. Hello There. Because that's what ObiWan says.
It's got to be, though. Club ObiWan would have been cool. Yeah.
Should have been. Damn it. Missed opportunity.
We'll do that for season 2. Oh!
Yeah. Let's. There's also exactly. There's that news, and there's also other news as well, which we'll get to in just a minute. But yeah, normally I ask you, how's things? How was your week? You were camping.
We were camping, and we weren't prepared. We've camped in that tent before, and we were more prepared. However, we weren't prepared for how cold it got during the night. Okay. And
did you not huddle up for warmth?
Two of the sleeping bags. Well, the first night, my sleeping bag deflated. Sorry, not my sleeping bag. My airbed deflated.
Oh,
that's so I was lying on the ground, the cold ground.
Nice.
Then the two of the three sleeping bags weren't warm.
Hang on, has it not been unseasonably warm in the UK just now? Well, in Scotland.
Aye, but see, between the hours of midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning, oh boy, it's cold.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Aye.
Huh.
Aye.
So it's like camping in the desert then? It's boiling during the day and then freezing at night?
Just for those 4 hours, it's I'd say, between... Once it gets dark, till 4 o'clock in the morning, and the birds start tweeting, and it gets later, then it gets warmer again. But but God, it's been roasting here.
Yeah,
35.9 weather, but geez,
yeah.
As I used to say,
it's been okay here. It's not been particularly warm.
Oh, it's been like laser hot here. Look at my face; it's up here.
I know. Pure ready.
Aye. Yeah. So yeah, it's been nice. We had a great time though. Brilliant during the day. Just dreading going to bed at night. Oh,
because of the heat.
So we packed up and got away as quickly as we could. No, it was good. Nice. Yeah.
Steal all the tent pegs and all that kind of stuff.
You do? Yeah.
I did. Yes. I went out. So yesterday, a friend of mine is leaving. Leaving Ontario here, where I live, and he's going to California. Really? So I can't say where he's going to work because I don't know if he's signed an NDA or whatever. But anyway, it's a very interesting position that he's taking. So he's going to have a barbecue towards the end of July, of course.
I can't make it.
I can't make it. No, I can't.
Oh, neither can you. You'll be here.
I will be where you are. In fact, at some point we should do a Super Kelly Brothers podcast together, like we did when you were over here.
We will. The old switcheroo.
The old crisscross applesauce thing.
Yeah.
So I can sit.
You'll get to sit. Clock. You'll sit under my big clock.
I knew what I was just going to say at some point. Oh, brilliant. Oh, yeah.
I need to compose myself. My big clock.
Oh, dear God. Right, we'll edit that bit out.
Yeah, we won't.
No. So I went to God, I had glasses like this now. So we went to the pub last. My God, it's expensive. I'd forgotten how expensive things are.
I know.
So I don't have my wallet with me. So it was 3 beers, 3 beers, a burger, and fries. That's what I got, and it came to, including the tip, $55.
What?
Like the bill went, I'm sorry, there's only one of me eating. Do I have the entire table's order here?
What is it for a beer?
$55. I bought 3 beers, and it was $24. So it's like $8 a beer.
Wow,
it's expensive. I'm not really looking forward to paying Glasgow pub prices when I'm across, because I'm assuming that it will be more expensive than that.
Well, God, over a fiver anyway.
Is
I would think. I've not been out in Glasgow for a long time either, I must admit. But
how much is it? Like $5.50 or something? Or
probably that's a bit standard, I would say.
Okay, let me see what that is
Maybe
in
more.
Canadian
Maybe
dollars.
more.
So let's say $5.50 to Canadian dollars.
$8, $9.
$8.65. Yes, it's the same price as the
same sort of price.
How is it $8 a pint? That's
we'll need
insane.
to go. We'll just go to some. Well, we can go to Girvan. That'll be cheap.
You need to go to working people's clubs or something.
Aye. A bowling club.
Bowling club. There you go. That's where you're going to get a beer for a pint.
A cheap beer.
A beer for a pint. Beer for a pound.
Aye.
So yeah, so it was a great night. Anyway, it was good to see.
Good.
So a few, because it was effectively his leaving do. There was a few people I hadn't seen in ages, so it was good to see them as well.
Can I just ask, is this from the gaming community or from?
It is from the gaming community. Right. Yes, yeah. There was some people from Ubisoft and
just for the viewers and listeners,
some local indie companies who also worked at where I used to work.
Aye.
Okay. Yeah, good times.
Nice.
So yeah, we're talking about the state of the games industry, because in Ontario, a law has been passed. Without getting into politics, we actually had an election as well. You know how in the UK elections they last for days because they've got to count stuff and everything. Here's how it works in Ontario: that you go in, you put your mark on the ballot, they scan the ballot then and there, and so basically the machine tallies it up as you go. So when the election polls close, they go, and the winner is whoever it is.
Brilliant
efficiency.
Welcome to 2022.
I know. Why can't we do that? It's not. I don't understand why it goes on for days in the UK and in the States as well. With all these like crazy things. Honestly, it's that you get this like cardboard origami thing. You put your thing in it and you fold it over so they can't see your vote, but they see the top part of it. They put it into this machine. The machine grabs a bit of paper, pulls it through a scanner, and it's done.
Yeah,
brilliant.
The only thing is you need to know origami.
No, you just fold it over. It's just one fold.
Well, you know, some people these days.
I don't know what I've done.
Could be tricky.
Yeah,
just saying. Yeah.
So there was an election anyway. So the Conservative government who was in last time, they passed.
They're not actually going to start talking about politics, are you?
No, it's an important thing because the law that they passed was the right to disconnect. So when you finish your working day, you turn your machine off, and the boss man has got no right to ask you
to switch it on.
Yeah, to switch it on. Yeah,
I think that's entirely correct.
And the weekend as well.
Yeah.
So obviously there's like provisions for like on.
Yeah, they don't own you.
Service and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You know?
So
unless you, I suppose.
I'm just. But the question. So the reason why I brought it up is because it was a question I asked last night, and everybody was like, I don't know. Is how is that going to work with Rockstar and Ubisoft, are like the two big developers in Ontario, the game developers in Ontario? How's that going to work for them? Because Rockstar is synonymous with crunch.
Yeah, the kids sleeping under their desks and stuff.
Yeah, on their desks.
But then on their desks, all right? Yeah. I thought it was under. I think those kids are up for it anyway. Do you know? The guys those young guys that are programming, I don't think they feel that, are we getting into controversial territory here? Talking about this,
I don't know. I don't think so.
Are they under the cosh, as in, you know?
Oh, they're getting.
If you don't stay,
you're gonna the old heave ho.
Or is it because they're kind of passionate and want to do it anyway?
I've never been a fan of the passion argument. I'm very passionate about my work, I'm very professional about my work, but at the same time, I don't want to be paid the same wages as someone who's working at McDonald's, because if that's the case, I'll just go work at McDonald's. Because if you're working 40 hours a week and you're getting paid that much, and then they ask you to work 80 hours a week, you're only getting paid that much. So
yeah, exactly. Aye,
like
absolutely.
it's demeaning your work, to be honest. And plus
completely.
the fact you're not driving home safe, because you're like, all that kind of stuff. You're punch drunk. So there's a safety aspect in there as well. So I'm all for the disconnect thing. I think it's a good idea. I think you get people who are more productive in their 40 hours because they know that they're only working 40 hours. I'll give an example as well. The Jet Propulsion Labs that NASA's got. If you're not out the door at 5 o'clock, your boss comes around and tells you to get out.
Yeah.
Because it's a safety thing. It's like they don't want people falling asleep on the keyboard and working late night shift, because that code that they're writing goes in a rocket, and the rocket has got people in it.
Yeah. You need a clear head. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You need to be focused. So if you're focused for 40 hours a week, get out.
Yeah.
So
no, that's a fair point, actually. Yeah, because I always thought, oh my god, these kids are just kind of passionate and they want to do it, but yeah, if they're not on their game, what's the point?
I think
being a
companies
zombie.
done that passion, and then they say, well, if you want to do this, good job.
Yeah. Oh, they play on it, do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Right, okay. It's very much like Severance, isn't it?
Yeah.
In that case, it's like having the disconnect, but they've done it in a physical way in your brain, kind of thing, as opposed to.
I mean,
it's a great show.
It's free pizza and gelato parties don't really make up for having to work 26 weekends in a row.
Was it Gelato Party?
Gelato. So you get ice cream. Guy comes in, he's got like an ice cream truck thing. They bring it into the parking lot.
Right, okay. All right. I should have known that, shouldn't I?
Should have.
I'm sure my ignorance seems fine.
It's okay.
Damn it.
It's okay. It's all good. Anyway, so that's coming into Ontario. Believe me, there's plenty of companies out there that have gelato parties at lunchtime or wherever it is, and they don't expect their staff to work extra silly hours. But like, if you're there at 9 o'clock at night and you're sitting there going, when your ice cream, probably doing something.
Crying into your ice cream.
Crying into your ice cream, wondering if you see your kids again.
Under immense pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, see, if you're under pressure at work, I tend to think that there's not enough employees to do the job. If you're under pressure in any way, that's the way it is. Yep. I could go on about this, by the way, because there's different versions of pressure, because, if you're not getting support, you're under pressure.
Yeah.
There's that type of thing. But anyway, this isn't a psychological
It's not.
podcast.
We should have another one, Super Kelly Psychologist Brothers.
And then another one that's all sweary.
That's
Three.
Super Sweary Brothers.
Aye. Right, let's get on with this.
All right.
That's
I hit the stinger right as you talked there. Sorry, it is. We're 13 minutes into me. I haven't even got to the first story yet.
Exactly.
Do you want to know what the first story is? I'll give you the first story. You can't handle the first story, which leads me to the first story, which is Tom Cruise's new movie.
Little Tommy is doing well.
He's doing well. $500 million worldwide.
Yep,
it's not bad.
Yep.
Well,
it's his greatest opening he's ever had in a movie.
Oh, is it? Including Cocktail?
Everything.
Oh.
His greatest ever weekend opening ever.
Wow.
Maverick. Yep.
Wow,
I tell you what, I am hyped. I'm riding on the hype here. I was not interested in this movie at all. I saw the trailer. Was not interested.
I saw the trailer and went.
Aye, and everybody's talking about how good it is, and I'm like, I am on the hype trail here, definitely. Yeah.
I'm still about it, to be honest. I like. No. Don't get me wrong. I like Tom Cruise. I think he has fantastic product. I think that his movies are great. I think him as an actor, he's great to watch in the screen. It's just, I don't know. I never watched the first Top Gun.
Neither did I.
and
We're gonna
I'm
we're
not
gonna
really
watch it. We're gonna watch it tomorrow.
It's on Paramount Plus or Prime or something. It's on free anyway somewhere here.
All right, okay. I might check Prime then before we
Yeah.
watch it.
Mhm.
Uh,
By the way, that's a good tip for anyone out there. If you check all your streaming services before
Oh,
you
yeah.
do anything.
Oh,
For
yeah.
example, I'll give you an example. I bought American Psycho because I wanted to watch it.
Mhm.
Turns out it's been on Netflix for months.
Has it?
Yeah, I never checked.
See, there's so much stuff. You need to really dig deep, don't you?
Yeah.
On
I mean, I
these
could have searched
things.
Netflix.
But there's no way around that, really.
Yeah.
You know,
There-
unless you just apart from
There
searching
was
for it, literally. You know. We tend to do that. We look at every single stream that we've got. We've got Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon, and iTunes, which it won't be because it's just exclusive stuff in iTunes.
Yeah, here we go. This is it. Just Watch.
And it usually is on Prime, but 9 times out of 10 you need to pay for it.
There you go. So this is where you can watch it in Canada. So if you go to justwatch.com, not sponsored, but it tells you where you can watch it.
It'll tell you.
Yeah, it tells you can stream it on Crave, Stars, Paramount Plus, and Stars.
Right, okay.
You can rent it from these good places here, and you can buy it from these places here as well. So, for example, you could buy it on Amazon or Apple TV for $5, or you can rent it for $5.
Mm.
So, whatever you want to do. But yeah,
But
there you go.
But it'll tell you where it's free streaming as well.
Yeah.
So it's free, rent, and buy. Right?
Yeah. So you get stream, rent, buy. Yeah.
Right,
you can do
cool.
it with anything. So
it's Just Watch.
Yeah, justwatch.com.
Oh, that's a good wee website. I like it.
Yeah, there's ObiWan. There's that one there.
Kenobi.
So there you go. Watch now, stream.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, and it'll tell you there. So yeah,
Brilliant.
Pretty good website.
Yeah.
But yeah, Teeny Tom Cruise, $550 million. Good for him. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Great result.
Hot on the heels.
Well, do you know what? They held that back and held it back, didn't they?
Yeah, they
that
did.
Movie.
That's true. Yeah.
Because it was ready, and I think it was ready in 2020. That movie to go, and they held it back, and now it's paid off.
Yeah, he's 59 now. Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
yeah. God, he looks great.
He does.
Damn it.
Him and Obi-Wan. Also, Jurassic World Dominion gets 55 million internationally because they didn't release it in North America. No, it kicked off in 10,000 screens across Mexico, Korea, Brazil, Italy, and a few other places.
Really? That's a bit odd, is it not?
A bit weird, yeah. The film will continue its international rollout through June in France, Germany, Australia, Spain, the United Kingdom, China, and Japan.
But not America.
Opens in US theaters on June 10th.
All right, okay.
So next Friday?
Right.
It's kind of weird release.
Very.
I thought.
Mm-hmm. I thought they always did a domestic release first.
Shh. Sleep.
Oh, sorry.
That was one of the things that bugged the crap out of me about the Matrix movies was the fact that John Wick, what's his name? John Wick?
Keanu Reeves.
John Wick. He kept going like this.
Oh yeah.
It really annoyed me.
Yeah, but then remember the footage originally of Doctor Strange, and he was like that going. What is it? Does it because
he does the wishy-washy wax on, wash off thing? Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
When he's run down the street and everybody's like, "This film looks rubbish," and it wasn't. It was brilliant.
Wasn't that good?
What the first one?
Oh, the first one was great. The second one.
Oh, that's what I meant. The first one. I like the second one as well. Anyway, yeah. So this is coming out. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this. Actually, I've liked the other two. So.
Yeah, I like the second one more than the first one. Actually,
yeah, it's the kind of haunted house type. Ending. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was a nice kind of twist to it.
I had to remind Danny that he watched that through his jacket when that came out because he was only about 6 or something, maybe.
Wow.
6 or 7 when it came out. It must have been about 6, eh? So we took him to that and terrified him. Bad parents.
It's weird when you think of it, because it's like, for us it's like a couple of years ago, but for him it's like a quarter of his life.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine that, you had to wait 40 years to get a decent sequel to Star Wars, and then when it does come out, it's garbage.
Well,
Moving
yeah.
on. Anyway, you were a huge Scrubs fan, weren't you?
No?
No? Well, good news. Bill Lawrence says that they're going to either do a revival or a movie.
Oh.
So there you go. Scrubs is coming back, apparently.
No, I did watch it sometimes, but no, I wasn't a regular fan.
I watched it up until they changed it into, like, they get rid of the main cast and got in like junior, like it was like the Scrubs The Next Generation. Then I stopped watching it.
He always gets good things said about him. Is that
Zach
Braff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's currently dating Florence Pugh.
Is he?
Yep.
I saw pictures of Florence Pugh with oh god, the lad that was in Midsummer and Son of Rambo and Bandersnatch.
Oh, wait, the guy from Bandersnatch was in.
His pal.
Wait, what? Him?
No, not him. His friend.
Who's his friend? Oh, Finn Whitehead?
No.
Oh, that's him.
Will Poulter.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, I saw pictures of them frolicking in the waves.
Did you?
Florence Pugh and him. Yep. Because he's going to be in a new
Is he not in Marvel?
a superhero thing.
Yeah, he's going to be in. Is he going to Adam or something? I think he's going to play, or whatever the next space thing is that they're going to do for Marvel. Because apparently they're moving away from those things and moving to spacey things.
Yeah. Oh god, this is bad. But I think he might be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe. I'm pulling that
or
from
Summon. Yeah.
Aye.
They got Batman for the baddie for Thor, not Ragnarok.
Christian Bale.
Yep.
Well,
he's the baddie. He plays.
He is.
That guy.
He does play him. You're right. Looks quite terrifying.
We'll dub that in later on.
We'll dub that in. Yeah.
What's interesting about that character is he takes the color out of everything, which I thought was quite interesting, because there's bits in it where you see like flashes of color in his world, but the rest of it's like monochrome, which I thought was nice.
Yeah. Well, that's coming out soon as well. Actually, it's good. We've got a lot of blockbusters coming out. Actually, we've got Jurassic World.
Too many.
Tommy Cruise is out just now. Thor's coming out shortly. Bloody hell.
When Will Poulter goes into the Marvel thing, he has to say, "Heard you're in a bit of a hole." This is from Hole, because that's from Bandersnatch.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. So let's talk ObiWan.
We actually touched on this a little bit on Tuesday, but not too much.
Yeah, not too much, because we're more kind of interested in the content of it. So you and I take it you've watched the third episode. We'll be doing a watch along in the 10th of not the 10th, sorry, in Tuesday. This Tuesday, this coming Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'll post that up on our Facebook group if you look.
Yes, I've watched it.
So I was watching The Critical Drinker, and he hates the show. He does not like it at all.
Right. Okay.
And I kind of get some, like, I wasn't. The only bit of his criticism that I heard was the bit where they go up to the laser fence, and the thing stops, and you go, like, it's a laser fence, but there's no other laser fence. It's just in the middle of nowhere. I'm going, like, but there's two very, very high embankments.
Yeah.
either it's a natural barrier, and they've
Yeah.
just put this thing in here to stop
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, that's not.
Well, you could
It's
try
not
and climb
really
up the
criticism.
barrier and get shot. You know.
Well, exactly. Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
like it's the same as the Khyber Pass. There was only one gate in the Khyber Pass. It was just
Hmm.
there to stop anyway. So I don't know. It just seemed a bit picky to me.
I don't like the picky stuff that folk are talking about this
They
show,
talk
by
about
the way.
nerfing
Yeah.
the character as well of Ewan McGregor. But the biggest thing is all the hate that Moses is getting.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Her character's great.
But is it about what is the hate about? Is it about her character,
I
or
don't
are
know.
people saying it's deeper than that?
To be honest, I didn't read the complaints. Ingram has received some hundreds of abusive messages she's received since debuting the Star Wars show, saying there's nothing anybody can do to stop this hate. Racist messages appearing in the new Star Wars since appearing in the new Star Wars show.
No, that's bad. That's more than just not liking a character. That's horrific. You know.
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
I don't-
Like, I don't understand the racist. Like, what are you doing in your lives? Seriously.
No, these people these people are a waste of time. You know.
But as Ewan McGregor says, they're obviously not Star Wars fans.
No, of course.
It's just
You get people like that in all walks of life. People that are so-called football fans that just want to start fights and be racist. You know.
Yeah.
And people, there's a minority there that are horrible. And but unfortunately they have this tool called the internet, and they're heard, and they're getting
But
public.
they're faceless though. They're not coming out of the
know.
darkness. They're just
I know.
they're just shooting in these jabs and
Mhm.
just sending it out to people
Yeah.
because
Well,
A, they're famous,
Yeah,
and B, they're on something that you would like to be on, and then there's probably a bit of jealousy in there as well. C, you're probably a bit of a douchebag.
people like that are reflecting their negativity in their own lives onto other people to go, oh, I'm having a crap time, so you need to have a crap time.
Yeah.
They're just having horrible lives. So
Yeah.
Go away, have your horrible life and leave these bloody talented people alone.
I know. And I mean, not everything's going to be the way that you want it to be. Like, the prequels for me, they're not for me. First of all, the prequels are not for me. They're for kids. They're Saturday morning cartoon, as the original Star Wars was, but we grew up with we were kids when that movie came out, so therefore it holds a special place dear in our heart. It's the same with my kids. My kids like the original, the prequel Star Wars series more than they do the middle trilogy, the original trilogy, because they grew up with that. That's what they grew up with. That's their thing. And there's nothing you could I can say it's got a dumb story and this doesn't make sense and start picking holes in the plot.
You pick holes in everything,
but you could, you can pick holes in everything, and it's okay to be critical, but not when it's ad hominem attacks against people, because it's I don't know. It's just
it's nothing to do with it. It's nothing to do with it.
It's nothing to do with the actual show itself. But it has a knock-on effect as well, because they've obviously got a bit of a following online, because they're all jumping on this poor woman here, and they're attacking her, but they're also attacking the show as well, because they're giving it negative comments and reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the next one there.
Yeah. What other reviews in Rotten Tomatoes?
So the overall, that is a
756,
huge advert. Yeah, it's 87%, which is fresh. I think we'll all agree is fresh. And the average audience score is 56%.
56%?
Yeah. So it's 50-50 whether people like it or not. Now,
is that ongoing?
Apparently it plummeted after the third episode was released.
Why?
Because people
don't get it.
Right. It's a TV show. Okay. I don't want to defend bad TV shows. Like, for example, Picard. Picard is a terrible TV show, and that doesn't deserve to be made into a third season. This has been pretty good so far. I've enjoyed every episode that's been out there. The third episode, which we're going to talk about on Tuesday, the two things about that episode to go slightly off topic, I guess.
Not really.
Is there was I was worried about ObiWan in that episode, and I know fine well that he makes it out. Like, I'm under no illusion that he's not going to make it out of this show. There was a couple of times I was like, he's going to lose a hand here.
Well, he was going to get hurt. Well, he was getting hurt.
He was getting hurt. Yeah, exactly.
Badly hurt.
Yeah.
He's not. I love the fact. I don't like you say. I don't want to get into it too much, but I love the fact that they're going down that route of him not being as strong as he was. You know, he's not used the force. He's not used his powers.
Yeah,
he's not been active for 10 years.
10 years, yeah. Although I don't know, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's 4 years. Because did he not fight Darth Maul and kill him 14 years before the Battle of Yavin, which would be 4 years before this show? Anyway, but that's beside the point. As far as the show is concerned, they're saying he hasn't used his powers for a long period of time, and it's like everything else. The first time you get back in the bike, you're going to be a wee bit wobbly with the front wheel.
But going back to the Moses Abram, is it? Ingram. I initially thought, you know, who is this? You know, but her in the third episode, I thought her character fits really well. I can see what her motivation is. We're starting to see what her motivation is. We can start to see her relationship with Vader. You know, he's using her obviously.
Yeah,
she thinks he's going to be best pals with Vader,
and
but
that's clearly not the case. Yeah, Vader's in it for Vader, but
he's using her.
What he's done is he's done what every Sith before him has done. You pick someone with a chip on their shoulder and you just twist the knife a little bit more. And in this character, the Reva character, has obviously got a chip the size of Alderaan on her shoulder for whatever reason. And exactly, and for whatever reason, she we're going to find out later on what that chip is, but we don't know yet. It's not been revealed yet, so let that happen. Like, I don't understand why they're complaining about the. I don't know whether it's they're complaining because they chose a black actor to portray this character, or they don't like her, or whatever the reason is. But it's like, do you have anything better to do with your time? We'll probably get hate for this, but
obviously not.
Yeah,
obviously not. But for me,
talking about it.
For me, I think leave it till the final episode ends, and then you know, this is like talking about a film when it's like 20 minutes in, or halfway through. Sorry, an hour into the film of a 2-hour film.
Yeah,
and you're like, I don't know, this isn't going the way I was thinking.
But there was parallels. There was parallels made between her and Kelly Marie Tran's character in
the way they were treated
Star Wars
online.
Rose, the way they were treated online, and it's true. Like, it's not like the Rose character. She had a fantastic character up until the point where they wrote that she kisses Finn. Like, it didn't make any sense to me.
That wasn't Rose's fault.
But that's not the actor's fault. That's somebody wrote that line. Well, we all know whose fault it was. Ryan.
Listen, by the way, he got a lot of hate as well. Ryan Johnson,
mostly from you though.
Mostly from me. I'm still sending him letters.
He's got that court order against you.
Yeah, I would like to talk about the last scene in episode 3.
1 second. Let me just
because there's rumors.
There you go. I've
There's
put
rumours.
the spoilers ahead up, so
You know how Leah has to get to the end of that tunnel to get onto a transport to get away.
Yeah.
and Reva's at the end of the tunnel, and the guy lying there, folk are like, "Is that Ryan Johnson lying?" Like who she was meant to meet. The character is
That's
played
funny.
by Ryan Johnson.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it on Tuesday,
funny.
but it does look like him. So
That'd be good.
No, all power to Reva, all power to
Moses.
Yeah.
And
it's a shame she's taking. It's a shame she's taking the flack here. I don't know she's the one.
She's not going to hear this, but let's send it out into the universe anyway. We like your character. We think you're doing a great job portraying the character. Keep going, especially that Warriors bit in the first episode, in the second episode. That bit was just
yeah.
Really good. And the bit where you're walking through the Imperial, the sort of Imperial March playing.
Oh man, that scene! Whoa, the long walk scene.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'm the boss scene.
I loved it.
Fantastic.
Oh god.
Anyway.
Oh.
So.
Yep.
I don't know anything else's problem is.
Oh man.
Just,
I'm getting tingles thinking about it.
I know.
Do you know
such a good scene that
after every episode I'm like I actually say it out loud to myself. I'm like, I am loving this.
Affirmations.
So, yeah. Come on.
Good job. Anyway, I don't know if you've watched the rest of it, but Stranger Things Season 4, his voice said croaking. What is this? Games Radar nonsense.
What is this?
Stranger Things Season 4 smashes Netflix viewing record. What?
Boy, yeah.
Clocked more viewing hours over its premiere weekend than Bridgerton did for Season 2.
Yep. Yeah.
So this is part 1. So we're not going to get part 2 until July 1st, July 2nd, something like that.
It's a good way of doing it, actually, I think.
Yeah, I kind of wish that they'd actually done what I keep asking Netflix to do, which is release this weekly.
Yeah.
I think it would have built up a lot more hype because everybody's all over we talked about this last 2 weeks ago. But everybody's everywhere in Stranger Things.
I know.
And nobody can talk about it.
I know. And the internet's full of spoilers.
Yeah. And if you release it every week, then you've got that everybody watches it every week, and then everybody can talk about that episode that week and what's going to happen next week, and it builds a little bit more stuff anyway. So Netflix, again, you're not listening, but seriously, release every week. Don't do the dump it thing.
Yeah, and it's the water cooler effect, isn't it? It's you're going, oh, did you see that last night? It was
exactly,
blah blah blah. But
have you watched all of part 1?
We're on halfway through episode 6.
Okay.
So no. Have you?
Right. I finished it, yeah.
Oh damn it, we can't talk about it then.
I know we can't talk about it. This is the thing that's annoying is the fact that we can't watch this. We can't talk about it because we haven't both finished it.
We'll finish it next week.
And then by the time you finish it next week, I'll be like, what happened in episode 2? Because I've got a memory of a terrapin.
Damn it.
Anyway.
I can talk to you about it. Are you enjoying it? Did you enjoy it?
It's the best season of Stranger Things.
Aye.
By a country mile. Like all the episodes are about an hour and 20 minutes long or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like an hour and 20 minutes when you're sitting there.
For me,
it's been really good fun.
Yeah, and for me, the way that they've done this season, the way that they've been able to concentrate on sort of 3 different stories that are happening, and really expand on the characters and things like that. I think it's brilliant. It really is. I'm looking forward to the end.
They do a really nice thing where they have, it's like a kind of pseudo flashback type thing with 11.
Yeah.
And they've got a younger actress in to play 11, but they've shrunk her head to be on this younger actress. So like in some scenes you see her as she is now. And then in other scenes you see her as she is younger. And it's
they've not just shrunk her head. I think
really good.
They've done the DH thing, haven't they? To make her
they have,
to make her look
6 or whatever it is she's supposed to be in that episode. Yeah, it's really well done, and the whole Russia thing has been great as well.
Oh, brilliant!
With the guard and I don't know what bit you're up to.
Again,
Murray's back as well. Murray's one of my favorite characters now.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I'm up to David Harbour or Hopper escaping and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
Should have put spoilers up for this as well.
Hold on.
Bit late now.
Spoilers behind.
Aye. But I think everybody's probably seen it apart from me, actually, all through.
Yeah.
It's just great. I mean, I'm just loving it. It's fantastic, and it's like it's a joy to have two things to watch just now that are just spot on for me anyway. They tick my boxes.
Yeah. Have you been? Did you watch The Staircase with Colin Firth and Toni Collette?
We've not finished it yet because it's coming out weekly for us.
It is weekly. Yeah, no, it's weekly here. So it's weekly.
We're on episode 6. We're up to date with it. Put it that way.
Right. Okay.
So
I think 7 came out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was 7 I watched.
It might have been. It's every Thursday for us.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm really enjoying that as well. It's really good.
7 was the choppiest one for me because it kind of jumps around the timeline a bit too much.
Was 6 the owl?
But yes.
Aye. Okay.
Yeah.
We've not seen 7 then.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
7's great. 7's actually a really good episode, but it kind of you gotta. At one point, I'm like, all right, I need to concentrate on this because I had to run it back a couple of times because I'm like,
it's funny. It's funny the it's not funny, but it's good to see the different scenarios that played out in court, but actually acted out.
Yeah.
How feasible they are,
Yeah.
And you don't get that from the documentary. I said to you a few weeks ago, I'm like, I don't know what the point in making a movie out of this was or a TV series was because of the documentary.
Yeah.
But it does add. You never had any prison stuff, or
or
we all know
his family outside of prison and that kind of stuff. And I didn't know about his affair with the spoilers.
No,
I didn't know about the affair with the editor as well, because she kind of fell in love with him.
Yeah.
Like all of that went above my head.
Yeah. So
Juliette
good
Binoche,
to watch both.
I don't know if I mentioned this before as well. Juliette Binoche is the editor.
Aye, but not in real life.
Not in real life, no. Just in the movie.
She plays the editor. Right?
In a movie. Yeah, cool. And then the last story we've got is the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. What's next for Amber Heard and Johnny Depp?
Yeah, well, good old. Well, Johnny. I don't know if you've been following the trial, but for me, Johnny was. He was going to win, and if he didn't win, I thought it was going to be a total miscarriage of justice. But he did win. Fortunately, Amber Heard's, been proven to be a liar, and she could be done for perjury actually, because some of the things she said that didn't match up, what she'd said previously and things like that. Word is she's done in Hollywood now.
So has she been replaced by a CGI dolphin in Aquaman?
Nah, I think she's just been her role's just been reduced to about 10 minutes screen time. But 10 minutes screen time is quite a lot. That's what Darth Vader had, I think, in A New Hope.
That is a huge amount of time.
So it's actually quite a lot of time still. But anyway, I mean, it's damaged Johnny Depp's character as well. It must have done, But he's been living it up over here. He's been in Glasgow and Newcastle and everywhere over here.
Somewhere over in the UK.
Well, he's travelling around with Jeff Beck's group. And he's coming on stage with Jeff Beck, playing guitar and singing. Aye, which is good because he's obviously having a great time. But so he was in Glasgow. I never saw him, but so he's been celebrating, obviously, and I don't know. I mean, Amber Heard, she was involved in all sorts of domestic violence things as well. Don't forget.
Oh, like Me Too and
All that stuff
came out?
is, well, no, it was actual proper domestic. It was not proper, but it was like not just the Me Too movement. It was like our own, not our own, but
Oh, like a charity for
some
like
sort of charity for
right,
the
okay.
saying that she was a victim of it and
Victims
stuff
of
like that,
domestic
and
abuse. Yeah.
naming Johnny Depp as the
Mhm.
perpetrator and stuff like that. So
Well, I think
that's
that was
all.
it. She did an op-ed, didn't she? And that's the reason why. That's the reason why the trial started. Was because it was like
Aye,
11 words. It
yeah,
was like,
yeah, yeah.
"I am in any with, and I am a survivor of domestic abuse."
And
And he was like, "Nope."
well, he obviously thought, no, this is too far now.
Mhm.
I've not, I've not done any of these things.
Yeah.
But on his side, um, obviously things came out and things, but he obviously needs to get his stuff together a little
Yeah.
bit as well.
To be
But
honest, the big takeaway for me was they're both damaged people. That was the thing
yeah,
that I took away from it. They're
oh,
both
big
just
time,
they,
no,
they
big
seem
time.
to be like the text that he sent her and about
Hmm.
her,
Hmm.
and her actions. They both obviously have a lot of
Yeah,
things that they
oh
need
yeah,
to sort out.
yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Which is
yeah,
but he is the bigger star, and he's won.
yeah,
So I think he will bounce back. I say bounce back, but his career's not exactly been. Uh, he's got
stellar.
Jack Sparrow, but his other movies haven't exactly, set the world on fire. I suppose lately,
Yeah,
but he's got decades behind him of classic performances and things like that. But we'll see.
yeah.
I think Amber Heard's. I think everybody thinks she's done.
I mean, Hollywood.
Pretty much.
Everyone loves a comeback story. So I mean, at
Yeah,
some point
true.
she'll come
That's
back.
true.
So
Maybe.
I mean, she may be done this year and
Hmm.
maybe next year, but she'll be back.
Maybe, and she might learn a lesson from it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But people like that, I'm not sure.
Mm,
Too far gone
yeah.
in their own kind of mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
She seemed quite a manipulative person and manipulative person and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, the damning thing in part of our trial was uh, what's her name, Vasquez, the
Oh yeah, Monique was it?
defense Valerie,
Fella?
or, whatever her name is. Anyway, Velasquez. She said, "How much have you donated to these charities?" And she said, "Oh, I've pledged X number of dollars, whatever it was." And
7
she said,
million or
"No,
something.
yeah, how much have you donated?" And she said, "Oh, I've pledged such and such." She goes, "No,
Mm,
there's a legal difference between pledge and
yeah.
donate."
Hmm.
And she goes, "Oh well, I haven't donated it yet." It's like,
Oh, nothing. Oh, really?
nothing. The answer is nothing.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, but I mean, to be honest, I think that happens quite a bit. Is when they go, and I'm giving all of this to
Oh, aye.
breast cancer charities, and
Then
then
a,
they just
a plaque above
yeah, they put
the,
a
the hospital.
yeah,
Amber
big
Heard
plaque, yeah,
smogged.
yeah, like that's going to do a
Aye.
lot to help people.
Yeah. Curb Your Enthusiasm talks about that. The Ted Danson one. Do you remember that one? And it was like donated by anonymous, and then and Larry thingy's his name obviously in the plaque. He's like, who's anonymous? Who's anonymous? And but Ted Danson's like, I'd like to talk about it, crime. But everybody knows it's him. But they're all like, oh wow, more about the anonymous person than Larry David's one. It's pretty funny, and he's
So,
obviously get uptight about it and all that.
yeah.
Please, sir,
Do
can
you
we
need
have a
to go to
break?
the old?
Yeah,
Just 1 second, and I'll put the old standby up, and we'll see you in a few seconds. Don't go away.
don't go away.
So, news just in. Glad to hear that despite some of the things Kathleen Kennedy said about recasting Star Wars characters, remember she said that she wasn't happy about Shanks. A new Lando series starring Donald Glover is still in the works.
I don't believe it.
Better be. He was great as Lando.
It was.
And Troy Barnes as well.
But she can't say that and then go, yeah, but we'll recast. You know. Yeah. But Lando,
Vicky.
we're going to recast.
Do a Vicky. Yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but.
Yeah, whatever.
So are you watching?
It'll be very short. There's a joke in there, but I'm not saying it.
Did you watch Love, Death and Robots? Did you watch it all?
I finished it all, yeah. Yeah.
What was your favourite one and why?
I think the mini zombie apocalypse.
Mini Zombie Apocalypse is great, yeah. I like that
Probably
one.
my favourite.
Yeah.
I think this season was really good, though. I think they were all pretty good.
Really strong, yeah. Really strong. Compared to the
like
second season, which was...
second season wasn't that good. I like the Rat Catcher.
with Craig Ferguson.
I did not know that. So
Scottish person.
Until you said that.
Famous Scottish person who used to own a piece of property in the town that we grew up in. Near the town that we grew up in.
Yeah.
And he took his picture with Tom Lennon, who wrote The Night in the Museum, Al Yankovic and himself in front of Stumpy Corner.
That's right. In Girvan.
In Girvan.
Yep. Yeah, I really liked it, actually. It was really good. I'm trying to finish Raised by Wolves, which I'm actually enjoying. I'm really enjoying it. It's a great sci-fi show. Great.
It is.
I am watching.
How far are you into it? Have you got to the bit where
I'm nearly at the end?
The Veil woman?
Oh yeah. Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Aye. I've got to the point where Mother and the Veil person meet each other.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of float up.
Yeah.
What else were I watching? Oh, I started watching your Sex Pistols thing. Pistol.
Oh, did you? Pistol? First episode is like 70s. Oh, 70s.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Do you think it's miscast?
Yeah.
I can't get a vibe of the actual characters from those actors.
The Armas. She was in Knives Out and Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Argentina, I think she's from.
Yeah, anyway, I know her. Right.
I thought that was Chrissy Hind. I thought the actress who was that was Chrissy Hind.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know who the guy is that plays Steve Jones though.
I don't know. I mean, they're good actors, but the guy who plays Johnny Rotten for me is like, I don't know.
He was pretty good
when
he asked him to sing, and he did all that kind of stuff. I thought it was pretty good impersonation of Johnny Rotten. The guy that plays Malcolm McLaren. He is fantastic as Malcolm McLaren.
He's the wee guy from bloody
Doctor Who.
Is he in Doctor Who?
Yeah. Remember the Remembrance episode where he takes the long way round? He fights in the First World War, and then you see the old guy at the end in a wheelchair. That's him. And the Doctor and Martha are standing there waving at each other.
He was the wee kid in. He was in the Queen's Gambit. He was the kind of cowboy guy. Never watched it. He was the wee boy in. It's one of the.
I'll look it up.
I'm struggling here. The guy that wrote Four Weddings and a Funeral, and he wrote Richard Curtis. It's one of his movies. He was the wee boy in it. Hugh Grant was in it.
Hugh Grant's always in it.
Aye. That's what he started.
Love Actually.
Love Actually, that's the one. Yeah.
Never seen
Yeah.
it. He was
He's
in
a little
Maze Runner.
prince.
He played Newt.
Maze Runner, yeah. Danny knows him from that.
Yeah.
But he's okay. I think the girl that plays Susie Sue looks like her and stuff.
Oh, I haven't got to that, but yeah, I only watched the first 1.5
All right,
episodes of it.
all right. I'm
I
quite far
don't
in.
do something
I've nearly finished it.
right.
Probably about 4 episodes. I think it's only 6.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
I
I
told
must
you I
be
didn't get that far myself.
I must be enjoying it in some extent because I've
Yeah.
almost finished it. So
Because I texted you about it and you said I have no interest in this show whatsoever.
no, but see when you said it, I don't like the Sex Pistols at all. Right? I find
not a fan.
them. I just find that whole punk thing disgusting. There's a scene in it you've probably not got to then where they're just gobbing on each other, and I'm like,
Oh my God.
why would you go to a concert and that was to be expected? It's just disgusting.
Clearly, the music isn't for us because we're both prog rock fans.
Yeah, well, that as well.
We're part of the old god.
Yeah, there's that.
That's the problem.
I just didn't get it. I still don't get it.
Yeah, I still don't get it either.
But I did want to see how it originated, and some of it is a wee bit kind of obvious and a little bit sort of it's a bit handy,
I didn't understand why they were all so angry. Punks. They were always really annoyed with everything. It's like you can fix it,
but that's because
it's not unfixable.
Sloan, they didn't have the same upbringing we did. That's why.
Well, it's very true. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they were the back.
And I don't mean that in a kind of, don't get all offended, everybody, but not everybody's brought up the same way, so that's and people that get brought up, and this isn't a psychological thing, but anyway, not everybody's brought up the same way, so kids react and don't react and all that.
Yeah.
And look at Prince Andrew. He didn't behave very well, did he?
Didn't he?
Even though he wasn't brought up a certain way. But anyway. Yeah, so I watched that. We while we were camping, right, we watched we watched Morbius.
Oh, yeah.
But unfortunately, we started watching it at 11 o'clock at night, and everyone's like, put the speaker on. So I put the speaker on. And we kind of forgot we were in a tent, and it got a bit loud. And then we heard these footsteps coming to the side of the tent going, turn that down, I can hear that through my earbuds. I was like, oh God, how embarrassing, right? Because obviously I get out my tent in the morning, he sees me, I don't know who it was, it was who he was, so we never watched it all. But it was pretty good what we saw about half of it. It was pretty good. A little bit kind of join the dots, Marvel,
Go over here, this thing, take this thing over here, make it interact with this thing.
Aye, it's a
God sakes, don't look into its eye, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so there's that. So that's probably about it.
Yeah. I watched the Staircase episode 7 this week. It was really good. Like I said, it kind of jumped about and kind of timey-wimey stuff, which was a bit annoying at the start. I understand why they did it. It set up the next scenes. I'm okay with that. I actually think it was probably one of my favorite episodes in the whole show, because you've had glimpses all the way through of how the marriage wasn't that perfect, and then 7 it kind of sort of comes to a head. So it's like there's a bit of a payoff in it. So it was probably one of my favorite episodes.
Cool.
So you that to look forward to.
Good.
Love, Death and Robots. I finished. They were all really good. I can't. My favorite one though was actually the last one because it was just so crazy and out there. The Deaf
the Night
Conquistador guy.
Oh man,
yeah,
That blew my mind.
It's
Yeah,
insane. I was like,
yeah.
this is nuts.
Yeah.
So
Kind of Beowulfish type thing.
yeah, it was that kind of animation-y
Mm,
style.
mhm,
Um, I just thought it was brilliant, the fact that her scream like made them all go crazy and do all these kind of like spinny dances, and then basically
mhm.
pulled them into the the,
Mm.
the, the lake. Brilliant. It
Hard,
was really really good.
it's hard to tell that it was CGI at some
It
point.
was, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Especially there was a bit where she was like that in the water,
mm,
and I'm like, is that actually a
yeah,
woman have painted over,
mhm,
or
mhm,
is that animation? And so yeah, it was
yeah,
really difficult to see. And then we've been watching Stranger Things, all of us as a family, which is very rare. We've all been sitting together watching Stranger Things,
mhm,
the finest of all Stranger Things seasons. This one,
yeah.
like you said earlier on, it's great how they've got all these different stories. You feel they're all coming together in one final ending. I've really enjoyed the older kids
Mhm,
are together a
mhm,
lot more in this
mhm.
one, and it's been nice the fact that the sort of the younger kids, younger kids, I mean, they're like 14 now or something, I think. So Dustin, Max,
He's 20
Lucas,
in real life.
oh, is he?
I don't
They're
know.
all together. Lucas's sister, who I can never remember her name, she's
Max.
back in it. No. That's his ex girlfriend is Max. What's
With
the
his
sister's
sister.
name?
His sister. Oh,
Oh,
the wee girl, the wee
yeah, Lucas's sister.
Lucas is the basketball player.
Yeah.
I
What's her name?
well, she had a great role in season 3. I
Erica.
thought
Good grief.
she had a great role in season 3. I
Yeah,
loved her.
her role was fantastic. Like
Uh,
she's the smart ass in the
uh,
group.
she's
Uh,
not in it as much this season, but
no, but when she is, she's good because she's calling people's BS out. Paul Reiser's good in it as well. I really like his character. Um, they're all great in it. I'm not going to single one person out. They're all fantastic, but it's nice to see them. Like they've got their little group, and they've got
mhm,
they're all kind of split into these little groups. Then you get the California group with Argyle and Jonathan and all that kind of stuff.
mm.
That's good as well to see that happening.
It's amazing how
Um,
seamlessly they've added in these new characters, isn't it?
Absolute. That's the thing is like
It's so
seeming
good.
it. So it's the same thing as, and I think I'm going to call it the Forky effect from now on. It's when you can take a new character and it feels like that character's been there forever
Mm,
and part of the group,
mm.
and just introduce
The
them like
Forky
that.
effect, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, Toy Story 4. I was like, what the heck is this Forky character?
Mm, mm,
There's no way I'm going to like this guy. Within
mm.
a second of seeing this character, I'm like, this is the best character in motion picture history. I love this guy.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Anyway, so it's the four. I think it's the.
We
I'm going
watched
to
that
call
this
it
week actually.
the four. It's a really good. If you don't watch any more Toy Story movies, you should watch Toy Story 4. Although you should probably watch 1 through 3 so you can get context. But yeah, like Argyle, he's fantastic.
Mm.
Like his whole. I don't know if you got to the bit where they go to Utah and they meet up with Susie,
Yeah. Hmm.
and Argyle falls for Eden.
Yeah. Immediately. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. He's like, I'll do that for you,
That's the one we're halfway
Eden.
through. Hmm.
Anything for you,
Yeah.
in fact, Eden.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just keeps saying her name over and over
Yeah.
again. Brilliant, brilliant,
Mm.
brilliant, brilliant. So yeah, that was really good. And when I've not been watching Stranger Things, I have been fighting evil in Diablo.
Oh.
Diablo Immortal. Do you remember there was a big stink a few years back when Active Blizzard announced that the new Diablo game was coming out and it would be mobile only,
Oh yeah.
and everybody's like, "Oh, this sucks! You guys suck! More on PC."
Yeah.
Because obviously, toxic gamers and
No,
all that kind of
everybody.
stuff.
Aye. Internet warriors.
Oh, I know.
Come
You know
on,
what it is?
guys.
It's mouth breathers who live in basement. So they're all
The
they're all on the
mum's
internet.
basement.
Mum's basements, yeah. They're all on the internet. So I got it for my old hey-ho,
Aye.
iPad, and I've been playing it, and it's Diablo, and it's on the iPad, and I'm very happy.
That's good. Excellent.
It's a great. It's like, look, you're getting another blooming Diablo game. Who cares what it's on?
I know.
It doesn't matter the platform.
I know.
I mean, it's anyway. So I've been playing it. It's fantastic. It's Diablo. It's basically Diablo 3, but there's like new scenarios. That's
Are you playing it? Are you playing it with a joystick plugged in or a Bluetooth
no, I'm playing
joystick?
it just on the old screen.
Oh, on the screen. Is it okay on that?
It's fine. Yeah,
all right.
not any issues with it.
Cool.
I haven't actually tried it with a Bluetooth joystick. Maybe I should try that. But it's kind of handy because you're sitting there at night and you've got it in your lap, and rather than have to prop it up on a table and then play it there. It's kind
I think for us old timers, it's always good to have a portable game because it's any chance we get, we'll do it. But if you're sitting,
it's also on your phone as well.
No, but if you're sitting at the telly and everybody's fighting to watch Netflix and things like that, it's not as easy. So yeah,
there you go, Diablo. What more do you want?
Brilliant.
So I've been enjoying that. That's been a good time. And that's pretty much it for my week.
Nice.
So yeah. I think that's everything. Do you have anything else you want to add? Talk about pop music?
Not really. No.
All right. Okay. Well, if you
bombshell.
No bombshell. No bombshells. If you got this far, it'd be great if you could smash that old like button. You have to smash the like button. You can't just tap the like button.
No,
but smash it and share, obviously, because if you go to social media and you share, then we get famous. It helps the channel out. And infamous. Is infamous when you're more than famous?
No.
And we'd really appreciate it anyway. Thank you very much. And if you got this far and you want timely reminders of when we put up a new video, then hit the old subscribe button and notification bell, and YouTube will work its magic. No, that's the right place. That was the right place.
No, I know, but it always disappears when I do it.
Oh, does it? Oh. Damn it. And yeah, YouTube will work its algos, and you'll get timely reminders when we put something up, which is Sundays and Tuesdays. Currently.
Yeah.
So yeah, join us on Tuesday for our ObiWan 3
Watch along
episode.
Watch along this time.
So
it was a round table last time. Watch along this time.
Yep.
Be there.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you Tuesday. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.